Midnight shadows, city glow, neon signs. Urban genius, minds intertwined. 3 hosts cooking, no kitchen required. Stepping out fresh, whole crowd inspired. Hustlers on the come up, wisdom on lock, dropping gems in the night. Hit you like a clock, convo so fly, no need for a runway. In the city of dreams, we sparkle till Sunday. Late night drip, in your cup it sips. Wisdom overflow, never catching a slip. Tune in, stay woke, let the vibe get thick. Welcome to the show where the host stay slick. Got the beats bumping, street tales stumping. Legends in the making, always keep you jumping. Urban scholars, knowledge ain't borrowed. Future so bright, we ain't worried about tomorrow. Secrets unfold under city lights. Wisdom so cold, feels just right. 3 minds, 1 mission, no contradiction. Late night drip in a visionary affliction. Late night drip in your cup it sips. Wisdom overflow, never catching a slip. Tune in, stay woke, let the vibe get thick. Welcome to the show where the host stay slick.
Fall in slow motion, heavy bass shakes the devotion. Our daily drip shows emotion, pouring knowledge, pure explosion. Jam Jones, plain Dame on the mic, candy coated wisdom every night. Subscribe, scribe, tune in, we'll ignite. We out here shining bright. Every word like raindrops falling. Trippy beat keeps on calling. Audience minds, we're enthralling. In this group, we're all ballin'.
Raindrops fall on city pavement, washing secrets in the dark. Daily drip, the crowd's amazement. Knowledge streaming comes to spark. Thunder in the nighttime sky.
Get them ready. What up? What up? Welcome. Welcome all to the Daily Drip Show. It literally is day because we over here doing things overtime. I mean,
Welcome to our Daily Drip Show. I am your co-host, Jim Jones, coming through on that double up today. Very exciting. And of course, I have the homie, my bro. Let him know about you, my man.
Yes. Plain Dane in here. We are, man, we on that midnight, late night drip, that 24/7 damn call the plumber. We dripping so much over this way right now. Thank you all for joining us that's able to stay up this late. I'm pretty sure the kids are tucked in. You got your Kavasi, hey, or maybe you got a cold glass of wine or whatever it may be. But go ahead, pull up a chair. Listen up, we got some drip flakes. Good
Wine sounds good. I should have got some wine.
That do sound good,
That
right?
do sound good. Yeah, damn. That's stuff on it. And then of course,
you got some cold wine somewhere?
some on me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
I don't think so. I take some hot wine. To be honest with you,
hot ice.
Not
best
some
of both
hot
worlds.
wine.
You don't put ice in wine. You just gotta put the bottle in ice.
You gotta be a partial broke. You want some hot Rossi? You want some hot Rossi?
Trixie girls don't want to with me.
I can't talk. I have drank a certain beer that apparently only the coldest of stomachs can consume. So I can't talk.
Oh, you talking about that rock gut?
Yeah, something like that.
Bartender, give me your finest rock gut.
I got.
He be like, "What you want that MG 2020?"
I want that top shelf sugar shit. Yeah. But what we dripping about this evening?
Your girl, Haley. Is it Haley or Haley? Haley.
It's hell no for me, is what it is, because I don't understand how, A, B, C, D, D, G couldn't even take it. But you know something? This story is old as time. I've seen it before. It's a lot of people out here. You got your DDGs and you got your Anthony Edwards.
What is DD? Hold on, we're gonna get to Ant-Man in a minute. What does DDG even stand for?
Shit. Daddy don't go. I don't know. Daddy don't go. That's what it stands for today. Because
not daddy. Look, we discussed this with the Trump thing. I ain't calling him no daddy.
I'm just saying what it could possibly stand for at this point, because I have no idea. He's been DD. Oh, okay.
But it's not real wine. If you can, a real connoisseur, like, you don't twist off wine. So I'm just playing a little bit.
No judgment.
But that's what I'm sipping on.
Your ass too bougie over here talking about we don't do twist offs.
We don't do twist off wine. Shit. We do whatever wine gets us there.
Right.
What's that one song? I'll take you there, as long as it gets you there. But we don't do
twist offs.
Yeah, but getting into this discussion, man, it's very unfortunate, man, because you see, oh Lord, look at that cover. Oh my goodness. The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
Will you ruin me?
The Four Horsemen.
Oh, shit. You got young, you got too damn young for this nonsense. You got too damn old for this nonsense. You got Fluffy and you got Grandma. I don't know what the hell this crew is up to, but they all need to chill. You know what I'm
So, Four
Tracy
Horsemen.
Ellis
Did you?
Ross.
This is gonna sound super nerdy. The first time I ever heard of the Four Horsemen was from the X-Men cartoon when they had the Four Horsemen for Archangel. That's the
Yeah,
first time I ever heard of it. That's how nerdy I am.
yeah.
Shout out to the nerds.
Nerds.
Yeah, the Cat Lady Coalition of
Oh
America.
nah, don't do that.
Yeah, but
Don't
no,
do that. You gonna go viral for that. Don't.
I'm just saying.
Oh, just to pull that picture back up for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get
One more
this on
time,
full.
please. Can
There
I
you
see it
go.
one more
For the
time?
culture.
Look at my dog triple chin
Nah,
in the
you
back
ain't.
talking about. She went from what was her name? Kill Bill, Vivian Green.
Oh, you know what? That's crazy. 'Cause she was
Not her name,
cold back
Ettermans.
then. Dang, she
Say
did look
her
good in
name
Kill
Edie.
Bill.
Yeah, shit.
That's
When they
crazy.
said keep your chin up, she took it way too damn serious.
Yeah, what that could do to you?
She looked like a plus size Ari Fletcher.
Oh. You know the craziest thing? I know this is a sidebar. The craziest thing I actually heard that like I had no idea was 50 said that she's still talking about him, and they only dated for like maybe 2 months. Like
Right.
that man put her whole life in a chokehold. Like
He's the
whatever
love of her
50 got,
life,
I
she
don't need
said.
I don't need none of that. What's her name? His girlfriend is what's her name? Asian.
Who you talking
Oh,
about?
what's her
50?
name? Yeah, his chick.
I don't know. I
Bless
think
her
he done
heart.
broke up with her. Ain't no telling. I forget her name.
Mess your life up. 60 days. Mess your
Yeah.
whole life up. She ain't been the same since. Matter of
Have a
fact, she
baby
ain't
by
even
me.
date nobody.
Be a millionaire.
She ain't dated nobody since. That's crazy work. That's
Tracy
crazy.
Ellis back there looking like I used to be a
Who
girlfriend.
did she ever date? I never knew
Now
anybody
I'm
she ever actually
dating
dated.
younger men.
Who did she date that was famous? Like I don't remember hearing anybody she
Who?
ever like was with. Tracy Ellis Ross.
Shit. They said Nas ran through that one time. Couple of execs. She's dated. I mean, on the low, she's been around. She's been around the world. She's been around the world. She's been around. Yeah. And now she into the younger guys. But back to Halle Bailey.
Wait, sidebar before we even get into that. I just went on vacation. I just came back woody whoop. While I was on vacation, when I was on vacation, I ran into this chick, told me her whole life story, and she was talking about how she was dating, and some guy was telling her he wanted her to remember him while she was on this boat because I went on a cruise, and she is like 50s. Okay, she said, "Oh, he's older." I'm like, okay. She's like, well, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with an older man. I said,
I said, well, we
be
gonna
with
do
I'm like, you
What
trying to
we
be with a
gonna
younger man? She was like, of course, you don't like younger men. I said, no, ma'am. And so her whole like she was flabbergasted that I even questioned it. I said, I'm not in my 20s, y'all. There's nothing that I could do with a 20-year-old dude. There's no longevity of that. Anyways, I don't know what Tracy Ellis Ross is doing. Clearly, she's not trying to get married.
Riding around with some young basketball player listening to some little baby.
But she's sitting there talking about she imagined her wedding. No, you didn't. If you letting these under 35-year-old dudes beat the bricks off you and you over 50 plus, no, you not. No, you not. No, you not. Go find you a man in his 60s and settle down if you was really serious about it.
But she was smart. She still got the looks to where she could possibly pull somebody that's older. But if you still running around in the circles you run around with, people got that paper.
I'm convinced Daily Drippers drop that drip. Do y'all got aunties who like, nah, I'm too fly to be messing with somebody my age and older? Drop some drip in the comments. Let us know.
Who we talking about as far as
we were talking about Tracy Ellis Ross.
We just bouncing around at this point.
We're gonna get to her
on Haley. Then Jim Jones had a sidebar.
Yeah,
pull up the picture real
I had
quick
to add on to the
of the
fact that
reason why
hold on, that whole
everybody is all up in
generation. I just wanted to add on to that whole generation for some reason don't think they supposed to date nobody in their age range and up. And right. I'm
Is
just
that
trying to
her?
understand. I'm just trying to
Her right
understand.
there?
You so mean to Tracy Ellis Ross. So wait, you don't like Tracy Ellis Ross and he don't like
Is
Vivica.
that
Y'all mean.
is that her right there?
Y'all
That
mean.
her?
Y'all mean.
That her?
All I'm saying is that
Which one on the left right there?
that generation does not think that they should be dating people their age, which
And,
is
and for the
wild to
record,
me.
I don't
And
have
you
nothing
allegedly want to
against
stay with
Vivica.
someone.
I don't have nothing against bigger
Look,
her.
when you were
I mean
in your
Vivica.
20s,
Bigger her fox?
when you were in your 20s and even your early 30s, what you finna do with somebody in their 50s?
As soon as I get back, I'm gonna put her in the full Nelson.
You trying to marry that? You trying to marry that?
For the night. Somebody tell them hoes I'm
The
single
mattress
for the
money?
night. I'm
Trying to give us some
single.
mattress
About
money.
to hit this middle-aged woman with a tingle. That's it. All we doing is playing. When you that old, baby, listen, let me love you down. Your little experience. I ain't gotta ask too many questions. And I might get fixed a sandwich or something. I might get some heated leftovers you might have made for your son when you
There's
visit.
definitely some macaroni and cheese in that refrigerator.
Yeah.
She can heat up for you.
Hopefully you got some macaroni and cheese in that room that's still some good.
Anyways, let's go ahead and get to DDG and Hallie. I have no idea what DDG even stands for.
Daddy don't go. That's what it's
I
gonna
need to look
stand
it up.
for.
But
When
can
he
y'all
finally
give
get tired of
me?
that shit.
Can y'all give me the? Well, actually, the Cliff Notes is Halle Bailey apparently is known for being spicy, like spicy to the
Toxic.
point where she's gonna be toxic and put her hands on people / argue whatever. She's actually on video saying these things about herself.
Let's
Right.
go
And
see the
so
incriminating evidence real quick.
yeah, go ahead.
Let's get the ball
Cash and
rolling.
stay. Run that
Oh,
clip.
run that clip.
Aries, I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I
Shout out
will
to
go
TY
to
by
battle
Worldwide.
with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be. Clap back or sit back. I always have to choose clap back. I'm sorry. I'm a very kind person. But if somebody pokes at me or the people that I love, it's over for you. I'm an Aries. Sorry.
This is initials.
I
It's
never
girl
had
Dwayne
drama
Granberry.
with my boyfriend for no reason. Put it down.
Who was born in Pontiac, Michigan? Shout out to DDG. Shout out to Pontiac.
I'm territorial. I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a territorial girlfriend. Where you go, who are you with? That's me. I am nosy, number one. Number two, I like drama. I just don't like drama in my life, but I love watching it in other people's. So,
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we gonna go there, and then I'm gonna give you the other side of it here, and then we had these conversations about young. Know what I mean? Roll that clip, can you? Hey?
And it don't have to happen. And it's gonna get to a point where nigga, it ain't no way. Appreciate that fire gifted, Cardi. But it ain't gonna go how I think is in like her best interest to not want to go to court either. When we can just have a clear understanding. All right, cool. Like I want to pick my son up, take him to dinner. If you really want him, I'll bring him right back. No problem. We go to court, the judge gonna give me some time. And when I got the time, nigga, I'm gonna do whatever I want with my son. When y'all see me streaming with girls and shit, y'all don't never see my son around, do you? I would never do that. Ever. My content has nothing to do with me being a father. I purposely separate him from any of that. Y'all would never see
that.
like I won't let I don't give a fuck if I'm dating a girl. You're not meeting my son. That's just how I am. That's disrespectful. I would never let that happen. So I always separate him from that. But I don't want to go to court because it's gonna make her unhappy. Cause I'm gonna get ain't gonna be no, oh, I'm not getting no public defender. You feel me? I don't want to do that.
He gonna take you to court.
And then the judge be like, oh, we see, nigga, you a great ass dad. We never see this from black folks. This is a rarity. Get this nigga the whole summer. Now what? Like we don't need that. We can just be like, all right, cool. We get cool. Everything's smooth. Boom. He ain't even got to be that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reason I don't want to go to court.
Go to court. Get your time.
But
get your time.
Right. Get that
it
shit.
is what it is, man. That's the life. That's the real life behind
That's what co-parenting is. Yeah, get your time.
Cause that's been my issue the whole time. Like, why I'd have been in court. You're not gonna have me with some paper. I got paper, right? I can afford to get whatever lawyer I need to get to fight this. Like I need. We're not married, so you can't hold that over my head because you know they're in Cali. So in Cali, you know,
actually it would benefit him if he would have been married because he would have out the gate
had. No.
Yeah, he would have father's rights.
No,
not in Cali.
Oh, not in Cali.
In California. Hell no. Not black in California and married. Hell no. They was gonna tear his mouth out. First of all,
he is from Cali.
They come in with the big boy child support, and spousal support, all of that.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
Right now, they just two kids that made a baby together and just so happen to have some money. So he still retained a lot of his rights. He even had the right to walk the fuck away if he want to. Excuse my French, but he doesn't want to do that, and that young girl see that.
Yeah, and he's also trying to protect her image because he know that's his child's mother. That's the other portion of it. That's the real reason why he ain't going to court.
And that's the other part. You're a real one. You're a
real
one.
You need to go ahead and take her to court for that visitation.
I got a confession, y'all. I'm not that real. You're not about to keep. First of all, you're not gonna tell me what I can and can't do with my son, and then you on a boat with Burner Boy and my kid, and you off with Brent Fayette and my kid. I see my kid in the background. Like, no way. Gloves off. You tripping. You big tripping. Yana Exhibit A. I'm up in the film. Look, this is her. Now look at my strings. Now look at hers. Now look at her strings. Look at mine. Look at her. Now back to mine. What do you see that's different? You don't see my child present, do you? But it's obvious she knew that this would hurt me to a degree because she's telling me I can't see my child and I can't go anywhere with my kid, but yet she can do this.
Nah, he needed that.
I got a bruised arm and I got a chipped tooth from January, but you conveniently bring it up in May, right before we go to court. Come on now.
Haley files a restraining order against ex-boyfriend DDG, alleges physical and verbal abuse.
Okay, so she's trying to make sure he don't get visitation.
Well, you can do that for a temporary restraining order because you don't need to have any proof necessarily.
Right.
So a temporary restraining order, you just show them enough, and they do it till you get your court date.
Right.
Which is June 6th in this case.
Right. And when she became, I get what he's trying to do, but when she became a baby mama, she's not going to be no damn mermaid or no princess no more for Disney, first and foremost. That's over with, right? They not playing them games. You're going to be somebody baby mama, you go back to singing them little sexy, whatever the hell you was doing with Beyonce.
You see what they did with Britney's sister Zoe 101? Her daughter just now grown. You ain't heard nothing from her, have you? Her daughter grown now. Her daughter just turned 18.
Yeah, they talked to her on the 101 and said, bitches over.
They whisked her away as soon as they could. They took that show was gone and so was her.
Yeah. Nah, Zoe was one and done. That's what they were saying. So he trying to protect her image, but at the same time, she's somebody baby mama. It's over with. And now, you running around with different artists, you playing this game, and because you want to upset me, because you see I moved on. And that's young girl stuff. You
Is
know what
he
I
dating
mean?
somebody else?
He dating whoever he want to date. The thing is,
Yeah,
he's not public
but he
like
ain't
she.
but
Yeah, I'm just
and
saying
he
he
ain't
not
mixing
really
that
out there
in with
like
his
that
kid.
though.
He
That's his
not
whole thing.
he not being messy about it. She is.
Man, that
You know
baby
what I
look just
mean?
like
Every
Thor.
time you look up, she got a new boyfriend because she's bitter. That's really all it is, and it's obvious she's jealous and she's very angry, and she know that this is a good way to get under his skin. You know what I mean? And nobody's about to keep playing with you.
Oh yeah,
Nobody's
then
gonna
you
keep
got
playing with
other
you.
people now trying to jump on him about Burner Boy. I ain't gonna play this because they'll try to take it down. But Ray J and Soldier Boy, the last niggas to
Ray
Right,
J.
come at
Didn't
me.
Ray J put his hands on Princess, whatever her name?
right.
No, he didn't put his hands. I don't know. Ray J got his own issue. He need to worry about not being in that Diddy case. He need to worry about that. Or he worried about what's going on
Bottom
with
line
DDG.
is, mind your damn business. Don't use my situation to clout chase. DG
Right.
like I pull up. I'll pull up. That's how he talking. I'll pull up. I'm not tripping. And he actually got real money. You know, he like Soldier Boy on TikTok begging for $8. He like that ain't what we do over here.
I'm
We all
not
right.
begging for $8.
He is though.
He said
What?
it in some sort of term. I don't know how he said he begging for snaps or something. He was saying he like snaps is $8. He's on there begging for $8 and he in my business. He basically like I can buy and sell him right now. He said we ain't cranked that since I was 5. That's what he said. I said, damn.
That's nasty work.
He said ain't nobody cranked that since I was 5 or 6 years old. Ain't nobody studying you. But bottom line is, that's the other part to this. Now you're the one that decided to run. Now, what I don't like about the situation is the fact that that man had to actually go on somebody's platform and talk about how he's not seeing his daughter. He can't see his son. And all of that. Get a lawyer, dog. Take us out the group chat and get an attorney. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah, get your visitation set up. But
The way I come stepping. So let me leave that shit alone because an injunction ain't nothing to play with. And right now, that boy can't have nobody antagonizing that girl or fucking with her, speaking on her name because he could get locked up for that shit. So leave him the fuck alone. And all y'all other motherfuckers, get off of that subject. Get off that girl page and leave that motherfucking girl the fuck alone. Because it'll blow over. It'll blow the fuck over. Trust. And they both will be regretting they did that shit. Who the fuck putting a rat down there? Yeah, I don't like that rat ass police ass shit. I don't like that ratatouille shit. Real talk. Now I'm fit to go. I'm fit to get the fuck up, eat me some breakfast, go to the gym again today, go run the mother track, some of your big fat wide asses ain't doing, and go have me a beautiful, productive fucking day. All right? Because I ain't on that police shit. I don't play with them police assholes. I don't. I don't play that police shit. Now I'm free to go.
who is this?
That's Rick Ross, baby mama.
Oh, so he can go to jail if people harass her essentially on
Basically,
his behalf.
what she's saying is that the more you talking about it, you could villainize her, and she could try to use that in court too, which women have been prone to do, because he does
Yeah.
have a
Basically
large platform.
cyber bullying.
Yeah, he had his fans bullying me because he has a very large following. So
I mean, she's
she
connected
could
to
say that.
Beyonce. I mean,
Yeah, but
that's
far as
Beehive.
streaming,
Like,
but yeah, far as streaming, that's how DDG came up. Even before he was
Right.
making music, he was a streamer. Millions of people follow him even to this day. So that's how he's able to sustain a lifestyle. You know what I mean? And this has done nothing but brought more attention to him, good or bad. That's what it's done. You know what I mean? But bottom line is, that man just want to be with his son. He said, I don't care what you do. I don't care who you with. You living your life, best believe I'm living mine. But I just want to be able to see my son. Like his son was over there sick, and she talking about some, well, you can see him, but y'all gotta stay here because he like what? Like, I just want to see my son. well, I'm quarantining him right now. Like she playing all these little silly games because you bitter. That's bitter girl stuff. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just know me on a
That's
personal
worse than
level.
bitter. That's borderline going into some yeah, what I would consider like some mental illness
Yeah,
equivalent type of activity.
That's,
Like you
yeah.
doing too much.
I don't know. That's just woman manipulation at its best. Because what you finna do about it? I got the baby unless you come and get custody. Dare you? Double dog dare you? Come pull up and take the baby then, since you think you know everything. But until then, this is my baby. That's how she moving.
Yeah.
There's a lot of women who move like that. Because you know what? The number one thing women tell you would be, that's your baby.
Yeah.
I don't know how
I
many
mean,
times I've heard at baby showers them tell women, "This is your baby." Man sitting right next to him. So no, like the general consensus is, you carry the baby, that's your baby.
but deeper than that, when she gets mad, that's my baby.
That's my baby. Yeah,
When she
because
go to
it's her
court,
baby.
that's my baby.
It's my baby.
You know, I see that you care a little more than I was anticipating you caring. Now it's a weapon. Now I'm gonna use it to get what I want out of you. I want you to act right. So, you can't see your kid. You got to come over here with a certain amount.
As soon as they broke up, he should have went on ahead, got himself on child support and visitation. And go get your paperwork done. Don't be messing with her. That would be my own thing. Is like, why y'all playing games with people who you can't even get on the same page about dinner? You think you're gonna be on the same page about a kid? Go get your paperwork, get your time. Off top.
And on top of that, according to insiders, supposedly she's very abusive. Like we saw that video, but they say she's been swinging on him and hitting him and doing all kinds of stuff. So I'm just like, dude, I'd have been lawyered up.
If that's the case. I mean, as far as she's concerned, though, how you think you're gonna keep moving like you just got 100% custody? You know the rubber gonna hit the road eventually.
Well,
she's been allowed.
She's supposed to have a movie coming up in Italy or whatever, and that's probably what all this is stemming from. I want to take my son out of the country, and he gonna be like, "Nah, like you can't film a movie and have him at the same time. Just let me have him while you doing that for basically the summer, and you'll see him when you get back." But you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'd rather say that you hit me from
I'm gonna keep
January.
it with y'all. The biggest problem in this situation is that it wasn't a tone set early on. It wasn't a tone set early on. And what I mean by that is she knows what she can get away with him. She's been doing it. She probably been doing it the whole relationship. He wasn't around the homies. They wasn't playing no Too Short or nothing. They wasn't, he ain't, I don't know what his OGs look like, but he didn't set the standard early on.
Probably 35.
He ain't hit her with the bit. Listen, this how this gonna go. She was too busy sitting there. I'm mad at you. I'm gonna punch you.
No,
we ain't doing that. I'm not even about to play with
you. I don't understand this whole thing. Actually, so I do in a way. So originally, when she first was pregnant, that's when that Little Mermaid stuff came out. Right. A lot of people didn't know who DDG was. And so if you think about it, if you go way back and just think about their relationship, people kind of treated him like a
hanger on, you saying?
Right? Like they didn't know that he had a couple dollars until they actually
broke up.
He got more money than her.
I understand that. I understand that. But most people
problem right now.
And
that's
people
why he's
weren't
able to chill.
Well, people weren't treating him like that in the beginning, if you think about it. So, like, I'm sure that was a part of, like, some of the entitlement conversation. Like, yeah, he has more money than her, but nobody would have known that. Nobody actually knew, like, from, like, a macro level, no one really knew who he was. They just knew him as Hallie's boyfriend, not Hallie's baby daddy, not he's a big streamer who makes X amount of dollars. You see what I'm saying? And so with that, like you were talking about, like, setting the foundation, like, it would be hard for him to outwardly claim alpha like that. Does that make sense? What I'm saying? Like it would be really hard. I'm saying because from the outside, because even when he walks outside, she has the opportunity to like, I'm the bigger star type of stuff too. You see what I'm saying? Like even though that's not true on the, like, as far as the money is concerned. So like you said, setting that foundation, that would be, it's a different scenario than most. You know what I'm saying? Like Amber Rose, when she was dating
what you
that,
talking
what's his
about
face?
before? Like people doing that with Bill Belichick's little girlfriend that's out here now. You think anybody care about what she done did in her life? She's 20 something.
No, but Bill Belichick's girlfriend or whatever is not making more money than Bill Belichick. That's the difference. It would be like finding out she's an heiress to some crazy amount of money.
Established the fact that Hallie doesn't have as nearly as much money as Didi.
Yes, everybody knows, but everybody knows Bill Belichick. We don't even know that chick's name. Most people did not know DDG, is what I'm saying. They knew Hallie, they didn't know DDG, is what I'm saying.
We'll put it like this: he is the way the fame situation is. Oh, that's Beyonce's artist,
correct?
And
that's
then they
what I'm
look at him
saying.
like, oh, that's the YouTuber, right?
Correct.
But behind closed doors, you know what this is. That's why you chose me.
But that's why they have. I'm saying that's why
we rock the way we rock. That's why I'm able to even get you. But the bottom line is that it wasn't established early on.
That's what I was piggybacking on. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just not the one to play with like that. I'm a good guy. I was in love with you or whatever. But when you flip and you got mad and you felt whatever you felt, I let a lot of it slide. And they got video footage of him letting it slide. And that's the problem. You let a motherfucker slide too much, they're gonna slide on home and they're gonna think it's normal now.
Right. Yeah. We home now. We here.
Safe. Now I'm safe. Now I can safely swing on you and hit you and disrespect you. You know what I mean? But this ain't baseball. This is what this is. This is what this is. You see this house? This is my house. I disconnect the cable and turn the lights out. Let you know, and tell your mama your grandchild is a baby, not a paycheck.
I'm trying to think
of baby whenever I need to see my baby.
I'm trying to think of somebody who, like, the chick or the person actually had okay, no, this is a good one. Scott Disick, for example. Everybody knows. I'm gonna give you, this is a great example. Kourtney Kardashian is a Kardashian. Everybody knows Kourtney, but technically Scott got way more money than Kourtney.
And when they found out, but they was like, I understand
Scott through Kourtney, and that's what I'm saying. Like, they know DDG through Hallie, as far as Hallie has the fame, but really DDG got the bag. And see, and Scott probably has similar problems.
And I'm glad you mentioned him. Both great examples of tone that should have got set early on. They both should have been listening to Too Short.
But that's a part, like the fame. And who was talking about this? You can have fame or the money. Which one you choosing?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the thing about fame and access. That's just as good at times as having the money. You got the connections and you got a face that will get you some places. But the money is really, really good protection to have in situations like this, because I could just lawyer up on your ass.
And that's what's going on.
Scott was like, shit, I want to, you know, but you can't stay the night. He like, well, I'm feeling like New Zealand. Let me charge it on the Amex. I had to take the PJ and just go clear my head because I'm sick of you. Where's Scott? Anyone seen Scott? They like, where is Scott? Oh, Scott is on a yacht with some 19-year-old. Now he's fed up with you. Now you're like, I'm going to see my kids when I want to see my kids, when I feel like seeing my kids, since you keep trying to use them to control me. And that's basically what she was doing. And to Scott said, you know what, I'm about to go get drunk in the Fiji Islands with this new bitch I just met on the plane ride here, since you want to play with me so much. Because both my parents is dead and I'm the only child, and they combined with worth 600 million. So now I'm up.
So that's another example where I'm just saying, like, they're similar. Like, Scott got way more than Kourtney, but I didn't know that until you told me. I didn't know where he got his bag from.
Both of those guys mentioned let they women take it too damn far, and now they had to pay for it in the public eye in the most embarrassing way. They were being emasculated. I mean, not that that's nothing new for the Kardashians. That's what they do. They specialize in emasculating men. You know, Courtney, the only one that kind of like play victim, but at the same time, you know, it be what it be. But yeah, look at that damn picture. That is an accurate depiction of what's going on right now. But the only difference is that the one that got the gun aimed at the groin is the one who got more money.
But you know, I wonder how if this is gonna end similar to Scott Disick and Courtney. Now I'm thinking about it. Like that's kind of interesting. I didn't really think about that parallel until
it's gonna go different because they didn't involve the courts. See, that's one thing I will give Courtney. Courtney gave she will see. The thing is like Scott still wanted to be with Courtney, so it would be a lot of situations where he like, you know, I want to come over and stay the night. She like, no, you can come see your kid, but I'm not about to let the kids leave with you because Scott was a turn-up king. Scott would go get drunk, you know, he kicking it, drugs, whatever. He ended up going to rehab, getting himself together. And then after that, he started dating some other people. But the difference with their situation is she wasn't putting her hands on Scott. You get what I'm saying? Like she wasn't violent with him. She just was very, very controlling of the situation. My kids will not be around this, and this. And Scott was just like, the hell with it. The hell with it. I can't, you know, we'll figure it out. But, you know, right now, I'm about to go to Burning Man. And then after that, I'm about to leave there and go to Germany to go buy me a new Benz. And then I'm about to go plane shopping in Paris. I don't have time for this shit. It's not good for my nerves. Meanwhile, DDG is on somebody's podcast talking about this the only way I could talk to my son. No, it's not. Go get a damn lawyer and shut up. Go get an attorney. That's what they get paid to do. Fight. I won't custody. We ain't got to do it in public. We can have a private situation. I could tell them I don't want this to leak into the media. I want to do a quiet, amicable situation where we sit across from each other in the room and figure out how we gonna do.
I mean, we saw that worked out for Amon Shumpert, but anyways, we can go ahead and move on to.
He was married, goofy. Nobody told him
his files are supposed to be sealed, and everybody found out about how much money she got. But move right along.
That was him he's being spiteful.
Oh, you think he's being spiteful? Oh, we gotta come back to this. Okay, so one of the things that it's interesting that Hallie is kind of hopping from like different guys. I'm surprised because like Beyonce, and like you have access to so many people, but you're moving towards the trend of like kind of Tracy Ellis Ross and Vivica A. Fox. Like you're kind of moving in this direction where I'm trying to figure out who she about to date, or not who she about to date, who she about to get married to. That's her end goal. If it's her end goal, and you're known to put your hands on someone, or the things she said in her own interview, like basically she's incredibly spicy, and you have a couple dollars, so you're not gonna take just anybody off the street. Who are you about to marry? Like who's really left for you? I mean, I think Tracy Ellis Ross and Vivica are they're in that space at this point where they like, who's gonna marry them? Like if that is your end goal, who's left to get married? And then you get to the Tina Knowles part of your life, where she did get married, get to homeboy who played Michael Jackson's daddy.
Richard Lawson.
Yeah, he's like the ultimate old school
player,
actor.
One old nigga to another old nigga. I mean, like that. We gonna get into that, but
and so I'm saying
let's let her continue. Go ahead and cook, Jim Jones.
My concern for women with, I'm not saying we shouldn't have expectations and standards and stuff. I'm not saying that, but depending on the kind of energy and things that you're putting out, I'm trying to figure out if people have things to lose, why would they date you? Why would they date you? They'll smack cheeks. It's fine. They'll smash. But why would they marry you?
First of all, it's the crazy coochie. That's
just to say
everybody trying to get in there.
It's not even just that, but bro, I smack.
Man, you know, I had Beyonce Mama in the Cobra Clutch. I had my leg up on that motherfucker. You know, some old dude somewhere gonna say that. Some old dude with a whole lot of paper.
No, we're not gonna do that to Tina Knowles. I was talking about Halle Bailey. You went to grandma.
That go without saying.
Oh,
that go
Lord.
without saying.
Oh
You
yeah,
got
like
Burner
you know, she
Boy.
ain't going to
Burner
Burner
Boy
Boy
was
house
somewhere
just
with
to.
her leg like this. He was like this with her chin and yeah. Hey, y'all see how I had DDG, bitch? I was like this. And then when he was done, he was done. Because Burner Boy is notorious for running through chicks.
I don't even know who he is.
Artist, African or international artist.
African bun butter artist.
Yep.
He sounds like he got STD by his name.
I mean, it's an interesting name, but it is what it is. He got a lot of paper.
Like, hey girl,
And
my
she
name
like,
Burner Boy. Next.
and guess what? The only thing she could say is, well, yeah, I date Burner Boy now. You know, he got way more money than DDG. He popping. That's all that is. You just fascinated now because you got a little bit of name, and now you about to, they about to treat you like that finish line. You just about to get ran through.
Like you supposed to be shooting for like the Michael B. Jordans.
She has no polish. She don't have a polish for that.
I'm just saying, like you have access through Beyonce.
She's
I'm
still
not
young
understanding how you not reaching for those types of guys.
No,
Denzel Washington's son. You know,
she's
trying
still
to figure out who else
probably.
we got on the list. There's
But
lots.
for all the reasons that we seen in the beginning of this video, where she talked about how she liked to clap back, how she have a mouth, where you going,
Yeah,
where
Michael B.
you
Jordan
at,
ain't dealing
who
with
you
that.
with.
Nobody is.
Right,
Somebody gonna deal with that.
the
They
plumber
just
ain't
ain't got no money.
the plumber ain't going for that. Like,
Laying
look,
pipe.
man, I told you I'm going on a job. Like, you ain't gonna be asking me where the hell I'm at. I'm knee
First of
deep in
all,
shit. All right.
let's just go on this vacation.
Yeah.
I got this little yacht. The people at the yacht company, they like me, so they let me take a yacht whenever I want to, and I'm gonna just get you on this boat. We gonna drink, have a good time, put your baby in the corner, rock him to sleep, and then I'm gonna rock your ass to sleep. Now when we get back to land, we'll see where this goes. They got back to land. He was
Goes
like,
home.
That was
where
funny.
you about to go? And now she messing with Brent Fayez.
I don't know nothing about no sets. I do like his
Yeah,
songs.
singer. Yeah.
I know he is.
Yeah,
He
she
got
gonna
that
be
song.
with
This ain't my-
That's my song.
And
She'll
look,
be with
and this
Jacquees after this.
Yeah, this ain't my woman. This just my turn.
And then it's gonna be Usher, and then it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
That's
She
my
might
what we
as
God.
well.
doing.
She might as well get Chris Brown.
Nah. Chris ain't even going that way. I think him and DDG cool. So they
Oh,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing too. Everybody see what's going on and how this playing out. You got the police, you got police matters involved. You get restraining orders. You just became less attractive.
yeah,
Now you
Right.
got to come at me.
and then you know what? This is a good segue. It's gonna turn into Tracy Ellis Ross types where you got now you gonna have to start poaching the young boys. You look up, you gonna be doing Ant-Man and what else these young
Yeah.
dudes everybody smacking
Yeah, but you gotta wait. You gotta wait about 10 years because you
Yeah.
gotta have a generation of niggas that don't know about your background transgressions to care enough.
because that's what happened with so and so when she was a baby mama. Safari baby mama, right? The one that who got the baby with the basketball player.
Erica Mena?
That's her name. Don't she got a baby with one of the basketball players? Or is it the other one?
No, it's
There's an older lady, and I'm gonna say older because
Jalen. What's her face?
yeah,
Jalen Green. I'll go
got a
pull it
baby
up.
with her.
Producer
Yeah,
style.
her. She been ran through by all
Freya
the.
Michelle, I believe.
Yes, Drea.
Oh, Drea?
got a baby.
Oh, yeah.
Same
They got her
scenario.
in songs.
Yeah, she's, you know what I'm saying, but she waited a generation to go through, like you just said, and then she came back on around and got her another baby.
They recycled her.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's because she was
out
machine made, and so like when you able to do that.
What you mean machine made?
What you mean by what do you mean? What I mean by machine made? Like, you know
Oh no, she didn't been
you
under
get
that
your
knife.
body did, yeah.
Look, man, they using Ozempic now. Ain't no difference. They just shrinking
Ain't,
them down.
ain't no
Right?
Ozempic there. It's
She work out
hey.
too, but at the same time, she fighting Mother Nature.
Yeah,
she boxing her.
She boxing Mother Nature.
But but she's a well-known hop.
Dang, she been with everybody. That's crazy.
She's
Well,
well.
she just got pictures. I ain't gonna do her like that.
This the same woman that left her kid in the house by himself for like
with
4
the hot dogs. Yeah, that was her.
While she was in Miami, turning it up at Live, trying to find his stepdaddy. It is what it is. I mean, but the bottom line is, she, now the freshman. We just talked about this, producer. That were we not talking about how back in the day, the OGs was like, oh yeah, you mess with her. Shit, are you telling you what to do, and you looking at him like, damn, I don't need no advice from you, but he really giving you game, like, brother, we've been there.
Literally,
we've been there. So that's the thing. So it just is what
when
it's
she was
looking.
with Tyrod Taylor in it, yeah.
Everybody, man, whoever. I mean, if you had some paper and you
my
called
boy right here too.
it was what it was.
Gil.
Shit, Chris Brown ran through that. Like everybody ran through that once upon a time. They said she's real fun.
Yeah.
but that's
Joe
an
Budden calls
example.
her a predator, which is true. It's true.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she a predator.
So, going into what we were talking about a second ago, I mean, it gets to a point where you're not going to want to date men your age and up because what they expect from you. And so you end up dating younger, which is what Tracy Ellis Ross was talking about. And I think Vivica too, right? I think Vivica was talking about that.
Well, it's gonna be any woman in that kind of space, because you try to play it like, I don't want to deal with no man because they can't do X, Y, Z. But really, ain't the man gonna cut you off at a certain age. Like, hey, all right, now you tripping.
Yeah.
I ain't handling this.
You still trying to act like you 32.
Right.
You still pretending like you 32, but you 54. Right? And you still hitting them parties. You still hitting them industry mixers. You still seeing them guys that you dated, But, Steve Stout and them looking at you like, damn, you still coming out to these?
Yeah, 20 years ago, man.
Damn, man. Right?
Like, I'm here for work.
Kanye's workout video that was 98, 90, like that was a while ago. College Dropout.
She in there?
That was early 2000s. She was in the video.
Oh.
See what I'm saying? Like, it's been a minute, baby. Like,
Yeah, so I mean, and then you get to the final form of, for example, like you'll have to give me the briefing of the Tina Knowles thing, but Tina Knowles, for example, was married to Beyonce's dad for a long time. I believe he cheated on her with somebody, had a baby on her. And then she got remarried to Richard Lawson, and then they got divorced. And I'm just trying to figure out who Auntie about to date.
And that's the sad part. She woke up and decided and looked at him and said, I could do better. I deserve much more.
I'm trying to figure
I deserve to be loved.
She's 71.
Right.
Great grandma said,
Patty LaHale, if you don't go sit down some damn where.
I deserve.
That's Patty. Patty LaBelle was doing that. She in her 70s.
Wait, hold on. What happened with Patty?
She still, Patty was riding motorcycles.
Yeah.
And she was still out here running around with 40 and 50-year-olds, and she in her 70s.
Who did?
Patty.
I'm saying
Patty
she put that girdle on and do that little wing swing thing that she be doing when she be dancing and shit flying.
On the freeway
got that wig together.
Young ass boy. Yeah, they were doing their thing, but I'm like, how you wake up one day and look at this man who decided, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I'm really into you. I can do much better. Who better? Who? We both about to be talking to Jesus in a matter of 30 years or so.
Or less. You know what I mean?
Who's better? Who? I'm sorry. You're no cowgirl. You're no Cowboy Carter yourself, sweetie.
So
no.
At this point, the 4 women we just looked at, I really do think that a new trend based on just these 4 scenarios alone, kind of like I wanted to bring this up. I wouldn't be surprised if at least one of them ends up in a lavender wedding or lavender marriage or whatever it's called.
Right. Or
what is a lavender?
What
is a lavender marriage, you ask? So glad that you did. So, Cassius Pay, do we have a video or do you want me to explain it? Oh, we have a video.
Look at this shit.
Cash is paid. Roll that clip.
This is my color. It's like nude. Wait, this is actually my color. This is my color. It's like nude and like matches like my lip tone.
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Thank you.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
I'm kind of like bothered lately.
Sorry. Oh, I'll stop doing that.
Can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
Lately, I've been seeing like Lavender Marriage.
Oh my God. Is that bothering you?
It's like clearly we're
They're
dating.
ugly. They're ugly people.
Okay, but even if that's true, it's rude.
Okay, then I'll fucking stand up for you.
Okay, thank you.
My girlfriend is clearly freaking straight. Okay. I don't know what part of her you don't think is straight, but she's clearly straight.
Thank you.
Yeah, who cares?
Excuse you both. Can I say something though? Can I say something? Is there not one part of you that thinks it can be about you?
It's about me?
Yeah.
Like I'm the?
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, it's about me. No one thinks it's about me. Or are you projecting?
Am I?
Oh yeah, you're projecting.
Oh gosh.
Oh my God. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
this is what therapist wants.
I'm zesty. Babe, I'm the most masculine guy you've ever met. You even told me that in your sleep one time.
I'm guessing this is a joke and he's acting.
Probably not. Probably not.
Not you saying he not acting.
The Lavender Marriage used to be where two gay people would get together to stay in the closet, basically.
Okay.
But now they're saying a lot of Gen Zers are embracing the concept of this Lavender Marriage, and it's focused on companionship and practical benefits, such as shared housing, financial stability, rather than romantic love. It feels like a middle class thing to me. That sounds terrible.
But I think it is, because when I think about it, I'm like, damn, that'd be nice for health insurance.
Right.
It's like, you want to get married? Marry me.
So this year is pretty exciting for me because I'm entering in a completely new chapter. I'm going into my 30s and I'm so excited. But like, what are y'all thoughts on a lavender marriage? Like, now that I'm going like into that stage in my life, I do think about marriage from time to time. I'm feeling a lot more whole, but a lavender marriage, it sounds a little fun. It sounds like a fun life. Like
a fun life.
What would y'all do? What do y'all think?
She said
I'm concerned about what I did with that guy in Bali, that I decided to try my hand at a lavender marriage, and here's how it went. We started in Barcelona
did you
and
see my
attempted to be
guy,
a straight
Shimmy?
couple, but he very quickly picked up his purse and turned gay again. I supported his every move. He got me coffee when I was tired. He was my backup singer when I couldn't sing. He got really good, candid shots of me walking through magical hallways and encouraged me to dance the night away. He didn't judge me when I was greedy and had late night cravings. We told champagne while shopping at Louis and Cannes. We strolled through the streets till we came to the Armani Cafe, where we had wine and coffee and did our fake rich laughs, knowing that there were real millionaires around us. Because he's my lavender husband, he took more candid videos. And when we got back to the ship, we dressed in matching bathing suits.
Did you see that
We got
tongue?
lost for 4 hours on the train before finally getting off at the Coliseum. Then we saw 2 of the 12 apostles' hands and feet that were cut off. I don't know why they were there, but we were scared. We went to the Trevi Fountain. We got dressed for Scarlet Night. We coordinated for seafood dinners with a beautiful view. We danced in the streets of Malta, where he supported my career as a majorette. And later that night, I supported his career as a backup dancer to our new friends. He never missed a moment. He always made me feel beautiful and captured the moment on camera. And we always ended our night in matching robes and pizza. We last left off in my lavender marriage, me dancing the streets in Malta like a majorette and my man supporting me. Later that night, we dressed in all white. We met up with another married couple. We danced and we played bingo with the diva. We didn't win, but one of our friends did. We played heads up and lost some more, but this time it was for shots. So Gio loved that. The next morning, we woke up and we slayed, honey. Color coordinated, skin was popping. It was time for the Mykonos. We went to the coolest barbershop on the island, which honestly was a highlight of our trip.
That whole trip
got
was
really nice
dope.
videos
Look
of
at
it.
the
And
places
later that
they
night,
went
They
to.
definitely
we got
spent some
dressed
money.
and went to
Heck
dinner. This time it was
that's
dinner with the show.
crazy.
And it was actually pretty fun. Early the next morning,
That
we
looks like
arrived
a
in
lit
Athens,
cruise.
where we were greeted with drinks at check-in. He slept while I went out to explore alone. I went to Acropolis and saw Athena's temple. I explored the city and tried not to get scammed. And of course, I made a new friend while I was at Athena's temple. Later that night, we went to a fairy tale themed restaurant because we knew we were living in a fairy tale. And when the trip ended, he went back to his man and I went back to work.
Yeah. Lavender
So
marriage or cats.
They weren't like a real marriage. They just was like, we together on this trip, kicking it.
Like your gay best friend, y'all just kicking it. But if
Yeah.
anybody asks, that's your man.
Right. So basically,
that's how I take it.
That's how he.
Yeah. So basically, homeboys.
I'm just saying, like what happened to me when we talked off camera. Somebody hit me up. I just tell my lavender husband was gonna come get you. That's what I guess is what you'd say.
All I know is if I'm the sneaky link, because every girl got 1,000 sneaky links, right? I'm sitting there looking at Instagram like, damn, she living it up. She look good in that dress. You know,
she was fly though. She was fly.
I'm gonna put her in the full Nelson. She can have her lavender friend. I'm gonna save some money. We might go to Denny's, and then I'm gonna put her in the full Nelson.
The huckle buckle.
The huckle buckle, and then send her ass right back on to Fabian. Whoever your homeboy name.
His name was Gio.
Gio. You go on and kick it with Gio, you know. Live your life.
Wear orange together. Wear citrus.
You guys can wear orange together and go to Louis. Live your lavender life. Meanwhile, you want the plumber with the pipe, you know what to call.
But look, so
let me beat it till it's lavender, and then
so two questions.
Beat it till it's lavender.
So 2 questions. I'll come back to the second. The second one will involve Halle Bailey. This first one, question though. Would that not kind of solve some of the problems y'all have about y'all women though? Like all of a sudden y'all don't want to do this gay, you could go with them, I guess. Like y'all don't want to do much, and he ain't interested in no coochie.
Oh, you ain't about to embarrass me.
You're supposed to be going with your girls on them trips, not with.
So they can stay in a room and y'all can just look at each other.
Listen here. First of all,
she got to do way more than if she would have went with her
lavender
man.
husbands that y'all talking about. They wasn't always wearing lavender. If you get what I'm saying.
Nah, they was wearing
enough drinks get
white.
involved. Yep. Look, enough drinks get involved. Bitch, you out here slaying. You might get slayed tonight. And she might look at him like, whoa, what's that about?
Yeah,
you do look good in his Louis shirt with his manicured chest out. You know, he got a wax. His body look nice.
You can say no. You can say no. No, thank you.
They ain't saying
no. They ain't saying
you ain't saying no in the Mykonos. You ain't saying no.
Why not?
What you mean? Why not?
That's weird to me.
Oh, there. It's
okay. Let me not, because I'm gonna get canceled. I've been drinking, and I'm gonna get canceled by what I'm about to say. But y'all know what I'm about to say.
But hear me.
What you about to say? Here,
that's the part that got missed. We woke up together in matching pajamas and all of that.
Matching robes, yeah.
Man, he hit that.
Man, he was hitting that the whole trip.
He hit that the whole trip.
Yeah.
So hold on.
And they was doing some swinger stuff in between because they said they met another couple.
And they met another couple.
Hold on. Hold the phone. So you think, and maybe I'm wrong. I don't have gay best friends or nothing like that, so I don't know. My understanding is that there are a lot of gay men who don't like coochie. But to y'all's perspective, even if he says that he still want coochie,
a man is a man, and if they
is a man, and it will come out.
Yeah,
I know a gay couple that'll destroy a female.
I'm incredibly confused.
A whole couple that'll do it.
Listen. You got a lot of gay men who are very bi.
Okay,
it's
more clear for me. Yeah. Okay.
Just because they ain't going to look for no salmon don't mean they won't saute some when they in the mood for it.
So your concern is that your girl go to the Mykonos with Gio getting up in
ain't no concern. It ain't a concern of mine.
You're right.
It ain't a concern of mine because I know what time it is. First of all, if you out here on a trip with Gio and y'all kicking it and going all through Tulum and all these different places, I ain't assuming nothing. He knocking that out the park. I'm not even gonna ask you about it. I'm just gonna strap up.
Time you might be going with on a girl's trip, and half the time everybody finger banging.
I'm just strapping up when you come back home until we go get tested.
Cause you done did some things.
You
Y'all
done did some
going to
shit.
Athens.
That
You
was
in
gonna be my
Greece.
next question.
You in
Was
Greece
gonna
Holding
getting
be
hands,
greased
sipping
up.
wine
that was
together,
gonna
and
be my
all of
next question.
this.
Was if your girl went on a trip, just her and another
That
chick,
ain't my
or the
girl.
two chicks.
That ain't my girl.
No,
What
that ain't my
girl?
girl.
That
Yeah,
ain't my
it's
girl.
good.
So
She belong to the
wait, hold
streets.
on.
Yep. You belong to the streets.
She belong to the streets.
So wait. Your
Creeks.
your perspective is that any man who allows his woman to go on a girl's trip that is not his woman.
Yep. First of all, you
That's what you
conflated
say,
the
right? Am I
Hold on.
lavender.
understanding
First
this
You
of all,
conflated
correctly?
the
first
lavender
look,
trip
no,
with
no,
the
no,
girls
no,
trip.
no. Let's
Let me
break down
try
this.
to I hear.
Let's
Let me
break
try.
down the
the girls
circle
trip too.
first. Let's break down the circle first. Is my girl going on a girls' trip with her sisters and aunties and
All I said
family,
was
or is
girls.
she going?
No,
Is she
no.
going with
He's
her homies?
I
asking
don't
for
know.
clarification.
Girls.
No.
Because that's a
Clarification.
different dynamic
Yeah.
right there.
What's the
Because
clarification? Is
why
it a
is
girls
my
trip with
girl about
family
to
or
go on a
not?
girls' trip with a bunch of single girls?
So wait a minute. You think that
Hold
because
up.
they go with their
They
auntie or their sister or their cousin,
hold
stuff
on.
like that, it's gonna
Hold
be
on.
fine?
Plain Dame. Ask the question to the community on this one right now. That's what you need to do.
There it is.
Thank you.
My late night drippers. Let me ask you this.
Yes. For real.
For those
Please.
that are in their committed relationships with their significant others who may be watching this either right now or going to be watching this later, are you okay with your significant other going out the country with 3 or 4 of her single female friends?
I didn't say
Now,
they all had to be single.
but I'm telling you 9 times out of 10, if they all
They
doing
gonna
a
be
girls
single because
trip,
they wouldn't be going on a trip
it's
together
some
without they dudes.
it would be
What
it
if
would
your
be
man don't
we
want to
all
go
kicking it.
nowhere? They not supposed to go nowhere?
That's called, girl, we about to go to this bed and breakfast that's like an hour away.
Right.
I ain't going out the
So,
country.
so she can't go nowhere because he don't want to go nowhere.
Let
I
him
didn't say
ask
that.
the question.
I didn't say
Let
that.
him ask the question
Okay, go
to the
ahead.
I'm just
community.
putting it
Go
out
ahead.
there.
Ask the
I'm just putting it
community.
out there because
Ask the community.
no, because I'm just saying. Imagine this. And for my male day trip.
Wait up.
Imagine
Go
this.
ahead.
Your people's going out of town with her friend. And if y'all really cool like that, she done told you some shit about that friend. She done told you. She done already let you in. Oh, yeah, I can't kick it
She
with her.
doing
She let
this and
Stanley
that.
hit the first night. They was at a bar. They did 2 shots, and somehow, some way, they ended up in the store together. This who you going to Jamaica with?
Right there. We cool. Yeah, we together.
Yeah, we going
Yeah,
on a little
that's my
girls trip.
friend. We all right.
Who all going? Is your sister going? Is Auntie, who else going?
Uh-huh.
Is it a family affair?
Yeah. Look,
Or is
look,
it a family affair?
look at Jim Jones' face right there.
No,
She be
because
living
I'm
moments. That's
laughing.
what
No,
that look like.
I'm
Yes.
laughing
My
because
friends that I'm not associated with,
no,
they do the debaucherous things. Not
wait,
me.
wait.
Not me. I'm the only
Listen
one.
to what I'm saying. What you said, plain name, is 100% right. You may have a friend who has done foolery stuff. However, I do think there is a level of respect for your actual friend, like you as the person, and B, your man, because you have friends who do foolery, but they know not to do foolery with you. That's also there. Like there's a level of like they respect like your relationship. There are real friends like they friend like that. Like Angie might be a schlor, right? She might have OnlyFans, but that don't mean she doing OnlyFans with you around because she know you and your stuff going on. So it's not
That's true.
always true. That I'm just
Let
saying.
me say this.
But I
Birds
will
of
agree.
a
But hold on,
feather.
hold
My
on.
girl is a good shot, but I ain't sitting there into the ghetto with a pistol.
But I'm saying, but
Thank
there
you.
are
Go ahead,
there
say
are a
that
lot of
one more
people.
time, please.
I said my girl is a really, really good shot. My wife is a great shot. That don't mean I'm about to sit there into the ghetto with a pistol. I'm not even gonna even have her even thinking about being placed into a situation to where she about to see some whole shit going on, to where I gotta question her character about who she's around.
There you go.
Me telling you that I'm going to I'm trying to think something that
Going
like
to
whole
Mykonos and
stuff.
Egypt, and we
Okay,
about to go.
like yeah, that's a lot. So wait, that's a lot. But
Shit.
if she told you,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna go to Florida for a couple days.
So
for,
Miami. That's what
no,
we
not
talking
Miami. I'm not even saying
I'm
Miami.
in Miami trick.
I'm not even saying Miami. But let's say she's like, hey, I want to go see. I want to go to
about.
Universal
Fort
Studios.
Lauderdale, which is 20 miles away from
No,
Miami.
hold
How
on.
about
Like, I want
that?
to go to Universal Studios and I want to see Disney. They got some artist stuff. Like, I want to do that. And I got a friend who's also into XYZ. We gonna go for a couple days and come back. That does not mean that she's going into debauchery. That does not mean that.
No, it doesn't.
But I agree with you with the
thing is,
Mechanos. Like, you gonna go like on like
I
a
need-
12 to
listen.
15 day trip. Like, come on now. Yeah, I have
It
to
gotta
agree with
it
that.
gotta be some it gotta be some family on that trip that like me. If I'm going out of town, I'm with fam. I'm with family.
You don't go out of time with friends? Or do your friends, or here's what, do your friends feel like family?
Nah. I got my friends. First of all, in my life, after a certain period of time,
you ain't got
we
no
we brothers at this point. We
Right.
cousins and brothers. I'm
So
not
you
even
don't-
saying that's my
So
friend.
you don't think that's the same for women?
Hell no.
Right.
Y'all don't even like
they
each other.
hard. Right. It's like they hate bitches. That's what they
Y'all
gonna
even
call
like
them.
each other like that.
You know what? It depends on the type of, because I have met other, like, I'm not really like that. Like, I don't have a ton of friends like that, but I have met women who, like, their friends are like, they're like sisters, like they are. So I can't say me, but I do know
They
people
are.
like that.
They are. And for all you know, they could be Chun-Li scissor kicking. That ain't got nothing to do.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
But
That's for their man to
be
figure out.
Exactly.
No, that's
Exactly.
my thing. Is
But
that
at the
that
same
shit
time,
be
The man
Tia,
should
happening,
know.
and they don't be counting it. They don't be thinking that
Yeah,
that's fire.
you gotta.
Or
First
whatever.
of all,
they just get together.
I gotta know you a certain amount of. See, me personally, because of just how I am, and I've seen how people get snaked on trips and different things. It's a very carefully curated circle I have if I'm going out of town.
So wait, hold on. We were way off the mark on this. So you're saying a lavender marriage, just to bring this all the way back. You're saying a lavender marriage that's not your woman no more. Or even a lavender friend. Like you're saying like
Who's a lavender friend? What are you talking? So let's bring it back to what a lavender marriage is.
That's
lavender
true.
marriage
Because I'm kind of confused because she's not married to that guy. I guess it was like a temporary thing.
She was just saying they were pretending
I guess,
to
there
be
you go.
together.
That's
So
a
that's
good
why
one.
she put that.
So I
And
guess
then
a
you got actual
lavender.
people that get married. They get married for the benefits, but yet they still getting the bottom knocked out by Bradley.
Allegedly.
The sneaky link.
Ain't no allegedly. That's what
allegedly.
it is.
The
He
hell
got
be
a
going
fake
on?
name. Yeah.
Because he's sitting next to her. Is that Bradley?
I'm gonna say
texting
I
you?
worked at a job though, and somebody came up and was, like you know how it goes, and then I'm married, and I was like, oh, you married? Yeah, okay.
You beat the
All
brakes
right.
off that, didn't you?
No, it was a dude. I'm not beating the brakes off.
Oh, I
of
thought it was a
any-
chick. Oh, I thought it was
No,
a girl.
exactly. It sounded like a chick.
Yeah, it did. That's
Yeah.
why I thought it was a girl.
Exactly, but
married.
The person was a VP going into
Wait.
being
They're
president.
married to a woman?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he said, and
But you know why that
I
be?
didn't
Look,
understand.
when they say I'm married, I don't even assume what gender.
But
they're
it be situations of positioning.
There you
go. And you just want a companion. And you do what you do, and I take my trips to Frisco and places that I like
And
to
what
go.
I tell you is that homeboy was a back rubber. He was rubbing the backs of many a men I've seen. In this, he was rubbing backs. He was a back rubber.
Yeah, when you start making contact, like there was a girl when I used to work, she used to put her titties on guys' backs. I'm talking about she wasn't trying to persuade them. She come up, hey, on
You
the
ever
back, and
see
they
that
see like,
movie?
girl, what?
Y'all ever see that movie with
Yes.
Jim Carrey?
Totally.
I Love You, Philip Morris.
A long time ago, probably.
Right. But the start of that movie, they had a lavender marriage. They actually had a kid and everything, but he, she was a very religious woman. He was a state trooper, married her. The kind of you could tell he did it to save face. You know what I mean? Just to get people up off of him, but he still did what he did. And she know he. Eventually she figured it out. He came on.
That happened a lot more back in the day, though.
It's still happening.
Yeah, there ain't no back in the day thing. That's just
That's right now. That's right now. But bottom line is, if my girl is out kicking it with her lavender husband, that ain't my girl. That's a girl I hit up from time to time when she not with her man friend. We got our understanding.
So to tie this back in, if you have no one else left, or you don't want to be set to someone's standard, I think this might be an option though. Like,
okay,
I'm saying it might be
I
an
mean,
option.
to
So
not
like, if
be
you
by
have no one
yourself,
else, not be by yourself, and you don't want to have to raise kids by yourself. You don't want to have to go on trips by yourself. You don't want to have
get
to
along well.
Yeah, you get along well.
click.
You it's the
That's your
same thing. Y'all can
homie.
watch Real Housewives or whatever together.
Yeah.
I mean,
Live
but this
your
was
life.
even on the other tip, with Adam Sandler and the homeboy Paul Barton when they got married.
But that was for health benefits. Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Now introducing Chuck and Larry, that was hilarious.
There you go.
Yeah.
But people do that too. But bottom line is though, that's not my woman. I can't even get serious.
So
with
here's
you.
the question: What if you're engaged to someone, and you found out that their previous relationship was a lavender marriage? What you finna do?
First of all, why am I getting engaged and just not getting that information?
Yeah.
What if you didn't? You knew of the guy, but you never actually heard him.
Not because you like, hey, we got an engagement party, and homeboy come up like, hey, that's my ex-wife.
Right, like that type of guy.
But I'm gonna be. I mean,
because why would you be in the same circles? You might not.
If I propose to you, then I got that history on you.
Yeah. I ain't gonna.
That's it.
Not know what your.
I'm not about to go buy a ring and I have.
What if it's your girl? I'm saying your girlfriend. You find out at the end of the day. You find out your wife, your fiance, your girlfriend, whatever level, your baby mama.
You
find out.
You
what
are
you
doing too many different scenarios here.
Nah.
If it's a girlfriend turning into a wife, that means it's engagement. That means that you've done your reconnaissance on the girl. She can't be engaged worthy if you ain't did the background check.
Right.
If
Why
you
am
ain't
I
at least
proposing
talk
to this
about the
stranger?
history.
But what if she didn't consider that a lavender marriage? You see what I'm saying? Like some people don't
Lavender
like
marriage. She got married to a dog.
Yeah, the real lavender.
Okay,
marriage
lavender,
is
the fake, like what that Geo chick. Like for example, when she dates,
she
that
got
girl
a gay best friend. That's a
correct.
different
But I'm
thing.
saying like if that girl for that specific girl, for example, she ends up dating. Let's say she ends up dating Devin Booker. Sorry, D Book. I'm gonna just throw you out there. She starts dating D Book, right? Should she disclose that she was on a long trip with Geo?
If he followed her on Instagram, he saw it already.
She wiping that. If you smacking, if you
Why
letting
would she
D
wipe
Book,
it?
Why would she
if
wipe
you-
it if she was?
Man, listen, you dating D Book, you wiping that whole IG. What you mean? She wiping that whole thing.
What's
you see how she
online?
was dressed? You see how she was dressed? She wiping that whole thing. That whole thing, y'all.
That could
She
be
ain't
the
got
case,
no IG.
but
She gonna be Casey, no IG Casey. That's what she gonna be.
then it is what it is. But I mean,
but should she disclose that at that point? I'm just saying, like it's not like she dated him. They went on a trip together. She wasn't married to him.
but
Should she disclose that?
I mean, but she didn't. She was calling it a lavender marriage because she was just out faking like she had a husband. That's not truly a lavender marriage.
But if you found out that your chick was out faking a marriage, how would you feel about that?
That ain't my chick.
Nah, yeah, if she doing
that's not
all
my
that,
chick.
then it ain't
if you
even,
got a fake like you in the, that's not my chick.
Yeah,
so hold on. So is there any hope for the women who don't want to quote act right? Then like for example, Vivica Fox. Do you think she should just get a lavender marriage? Do you think Halle Bailey should get a lavender marriage? Do you think Tina or Tracy Ellis Ross? Do you think any of them would benefit from a lavender marriage?
I guess if they have them.
Right, because I mean now you.
Because listen, nobody is more outspoken than a gay man.
That's
right.
Bitch, is you gonna get on the treadmill or do I gotta buy one?
Yeah.
You're not
I
wrong.
mean, your ass ain't gonna always be that fat. You is my favorite fossil, though. They're gonna be tearing their ass up with the shade. Or they gonna or like my brother I would say, no shade, but you need to do something about that chin.
What are you going?
I'm saying this because
I'm just saying no shade. Like it's like when somebody be like respectfully, and then they say something disrespectful. You like what? Respectfully, your mama look like a man. Like, hold on, nigga.
Most gay men who got any type of style or taste about themselves, they friends gonna be bad than a motherfucker. Excuse my friend.
You mean the chicks gonna be bad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
they not gonna scrape the bottom of the barrel.
So I'm confused. Okay. This doesn't make sense.
Right, because
like
so if they're not allowed to be, if they're not allowed to be friends
so
with them,
than any
then
other
how are they?
type of guy.
So basically, those women are doomed to be by themselves because if men are saying they don't want to be with them like that, then the baddies are gonna be.
They're doomed to be with men they're gonna be real cool with men that might not be as attractive as they would probably like them to be unless they're funding their lifestyle, unless they're gonna be sugar mamas.
So that's what you think those women have in store for them.
If they ain't doing the lavender marriage, yeah. But even then, you still paying as a lavender marriage.
That young fly virile gay man that goes to the gym all the time ain't picking no damn Vivica Fox. That young boy that's straighter than an arrow going through the chest of an enemy, not picking Vivica Fox.
What about Halle Bailey? He ain't picking her.
Sure he is. To put a face in the pillow.
But he not gonna marry her?
Why?
I mean, but if he's not a celebrity, he would.
But what's the benefit to it? In California.
If he ain't got nothing, he got all the benefits. He ain't got nothing.
But if he can pull her, why would he want her? She's not the best looking thing out there. Let's just put it out there. She is a notch on the belt. Them freckles, her sister actually is the better looking one.
Her sister is incredibly thick, but
yeah, she's the better look. So if I'm in a room and I got a choice,
she works really hard though. That girl really works hard for dancing and stuff.
If I'm in a room, why do I want the problematic one with the baby when I can have the other one?
Better look, better personality.
Better look, better personality.
Let's put that together.
I mean, Gunna ain't say nothing bad about her, so I guess we can make that assumption.
That's my point. Are they even still together or no?
Oh, I don't know. I was surprised she was fucking Gunna in the first place. I'm sorry. I don't have another word besides that, but like,
yeah.
I'm surprised
you say that, but I mean, the motherfucker.
I'm sure their dad is just like, what is going on here? I set him up with Beyonce.
Gunna is a very successful artist that you don't hear a whole lot about.
He was in that thug trying to do something with that.
No, he got out fast, didn't he?
He got up out that quick.
He fled in that real quick.
That's my point. He said, I gotta get back to this money.
He said,
I need to get back to this money. Fuck you mean. He said, fuck you mean, and when he made a song about it.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, he got a song called Fuck You Mean. Yeah?
It's a bop?
Yeah. That shit was a hit.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, I work out to that one. Yeah.
It was a hit.
So wait, he got out. He made sure he didn't go to jail so he could make this song.
I ain't staying here. Fuck you, mean. I'm out. That's what he said.
Yeah,
let me go get this sister. Let me go see what's up. Oh, y'all ain't on my side. We about an album away from y'all being back on my team. Don't worry about it. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if him and Thug
sold out tour.
And then he said,
Madison Square Garden packed out twice in 1 week.
I'm Him. Is that his next album was out? It's called I'm Really Him.
I'm Really Him. That's what the next album was.
Yeah.
So, all right. So y'all's perspective is that those women will never have traditional homes, and they should consider lavender marriage, eating coochie, or dying alone, as Kevin Samuels would say.
Hallie still semi got youth on her side. She has a baby,
right, that's only
but she is a woman of means, sort of.
She was like 26, something like that. She's super young.
She still got time to kind of grow up and get out of her her
Though
bitter
she hope.
phase, right?
Yeah.
Before it's too late. She got time. Somebody might grab her. It might be a whole new perspective. Once she get this thing settled and she get out of her feelings, she might be okay. It's just gonna
So
take
you don't
this.
think she could have the Sierra situation?
Sierra.
Yeah,
She running out of time to have that kind of situation. She running out of time.
Listen, Sierra is being
She running
abused
out.
in that marriage.
Yeah, she run because Sierra.
You don't think so?
Okay.
Every new single comes a new baby. That's abuse. She being abused. She thinks she about to go on tour. She thinks she about to go on tour. Bow Wow, she won't be. I got a scream tour for you. You about to be in here with this baby kicking and screaming to get up out of you.
Right. She be twerking too much on the gram. So you're like, oh, okay, I got you.
Girl, you better level up on bibs. We got another one coming. You better level up on this pediatrician.
She gonna tell I don't want another baby this time. She's like, what you trying
to do?
I'm trying to let put on a condom. You know, huh?
Every time she decided to drop a single or go somewhere half dressed looking good, you know, he get her pregnant and start playing Catch with Lil Future. On camera. Why are you always on camera? Like, hey, hold on, cameraman. You got it? You ready? Come here, Future.
I'm about to throw his son a bullet now. He old enough.
I'm about to hit him in his chest. Boop. That's tough love there. Because I'm raising him. That's my son. He's abusive. He don't want her to be famous. Like, you ain't figured this out yet? He smiles while he ready. She gonna be like, yeah. This baby number 7. Like, what are you trying to? When did y'all become Amish? What is going on?
Yeah, you know, he do be on her.
It's abuse.
Well, wait. So biblical people though feel that they should procreate as much as possible. So he's super.
Why do you always procreate around the time she in the studio?
She on tour right now.
Probably pregnant.
She not pregnant yet. He asked her about getting pregnant again.
Yeah, after her tour. He like, wait a minute, this tour like is doing too good. You sure you don't want another son? I'm telling you,
she be bouncing back though, like every time.
Right, because she got to. Her biology is fighting against his abuse. They ain't gonna hold me back. These babies ain't gonna keep holding me back.
So, but you saying that? So hell, ain't got nobody else out there but Lavender marriages, buying a dog, dying alone, and Russell Wilson abusing her with babies.
It's gonna take a tough rapper to come along and be like, "Who you think you think I am, DDG?" That's what it's gonna take. What do you think this is? Girl, if you don't go sit your ass down, pop this popcorn, and watch this video I just made, I'm the man in this situation. You ain't gonna take. You know what? Go piss on the stick. Let's see if you pregnant, because you tripping right now. And if you is, don't worry about it. I got this. I'm gonna set this up right now before he get here, because I know what you like to do. Somebody already had a blueprint on her at that point, and then she ain't got to do. That's why, look, people ain't sticking. They ain't not sticking around for a reason.
Then she gonna have to wind down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you're saying
Burner Boy was like. Burner Boy was like, I like you and all, but your attitude kind of, and why you always calling him when I'm with you?
Is that
why you got to film everything we do? I'm private. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know.
That's funny. Okay, so my take and my last thoughts are that I can understand a Lavender marriage. I think if you don't want to deal with the expectations of a man, but you want to have a best friend that does not have a vagina, it might be an option for you. I think for Halle Bailey, allegedly you putting your hands on this young man, you ain't gotta do that. You got custody of your baby. You ain't gotta do all that.
Right.
You got the power. You don't have to do all that. If that's the case for DDG, why you ain't just go get paperwork is beyond me. And for the other older ladies that act like they okay being alone, does nasty work. I don't understand it. There's zero way I want to be going on trips like by myself, because like I have nobody else. But like maybe I just want to get away from all y'all. Like that makes more sense than like I have no one to go with. And now I'm in Paris looking crazy on my phone. Oh, this is so fun. Not by myself.
Right.
Couldn't be me. But teach their own. And that's all I got with that. But those are not very traditional or conservative values. So if you do practice that, these women are probably not people that you would want to have as role models right now or to look up to, because they, to me, are not practicing that. So, but if you don't care and you're all about like do your own thing, YOLO. That's all I got.
There you go. My perspective is be a lady before you find out what it's like to be a man. And that's what growing old as a woman is when you by yourself. You turn into a man. Because now you get to understand what men went through. You know, men are the hunters. Men are the ones that's constantly trying to figure it out. You know, they got to go extra hard for them to find them a significant other, all of that good stuff, right? So now the older you get, the more you see what men go through. So understand why you in your youth and you being a hot tamale out here doing you, taking trips. We going to Ibiza next week, bitch. Pack your bags and all of that. And meanwhile, you got men that's trying like they hardest to date you and really try to be with you and really trying to consummate a relationship, and you keep thinking it's better elsewhere, you're going to find out just how much better it is out there for you. And then all of a sudden, it's going to become fashionable to be alone, or at least tell yourself that. But to each his own. We pray for you. Y'all not hurting nobody. So, you know, do what you do. That's all I can tell you. But don't sit there and start giving advice either. Stop doing on these podcasts too, telling other young women, yeah, this is what I want to do. This is how I chose to live my life. No, it isn't. Your life chose you, sweetie. Your circumstances are what you succumb to. And right now, we not marrying super older women. We're just not. And if you find somebody, you get lucky like Tina Knowles did, and you fumble, it's gonna be what it be. Old as Methuselah, tell me I could do better. Like what? Jesus? You sure can?
Only person you can do better with is with Jesus.
71 years old is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie.
Word.
Like 71 and being like, I could do better.
Girl, what pope you about to date?
I mean, if Hugh Hefner was around,
you know? Bobby Brown ain't checking for you. He married.
71 is crazy work. Like,
yeah. Ain't nobody telling you to put on your red dress and get that sweet perfume at 71.
I'm trying to rack my
I'm gonna
mind.
turn this back down. Y'all got something more for it. So
I'm trying to understand what dating at 71 look like. There's a show on Netflix.
It looked like Please. That's what it looked like.
That they talk about like older people dating and stuff. And 9 out of 10 times they just want to have companions. She's trying to get the bricks beat off her. Who's she about to do? She finna date.
Right. Menopause ain't kicked you yet.
Even at like, be honest with me, even at like 50, 60s, like dudes, you know, some of them can't even, you know.
It be in the people be in their 20s now, can't.
That's what I'm saying. So like, who she finna?
Dallas and all that.
I'm trying to figure.
Bad space to be in. Gentlemen, go to the doctor. That is considered a precursor to heart failure. I know that the people that so just check that out. If you can't get that up and you in your 20s and 30s and even 40s, go get that checked out with the doctor, please, gentlemen. That's heart failure.
He hit you with the gentleman.
I want y'all to do better, be better, because I need y'all to be around. Watch this goddamn show.
I really, drippers, drop in the comments some options you think she might have. Because at 71, that's crazy work.
Stock options, that's about all option I know about. Stock options.
Somebody I'm gonna just tell you, some gardener, some young hopper
pool boy.
Pool boy. Somebody told her she was still cute. She still got it. She let him tap it a few times, and then all of a sudden she thought she still can, you know, shorty swing it my way. No, he was trying to get a check. Like Young Thug, got a check, yeah, got a check. How old is you? Sheesh. Too old, not wifey. Maybe for a check. That's what I said. You get 71, then you sugar baby, and then from there.
Drop some drip in the comments. Tell me who y'all think could date Tina Knowles. Like
anybody could.
Oh no,
that's
like
the thing.
remember she's 71. Okay, who could you see that it would be like better than Richard Lawson?
Yeah, you got her on.
He married her. He was the fool.
On that Catwoman shit. You young man.
But she said she deserved better. She deserved more or whatever. So who do y'all think would be deserved more?
She's trying to find. Listen, it's gonna be a few guys out there. It's gonna be a few guys out there talking about some man. Yeah, man. You know,
and dudes got fetishes anyways. Like sometimes like the G MILF porno stuff.
I had Beyonce mama going nuts, man. I had the internet going nuts. When I stepped out with Beyonce.
Drop some drip if you think you would be a good contender to be with Tina Knowles or Tracy Ellis Ross,
young man,
Halle Bailey, or Vivica.
Leave.
If you do, say the name and why you think you'd be a good contestant to be able to. You would want to know. And why you want
of the old?
Yeah, let us know.
But if it's Tina Knowles, like I said, I would love to know who y'all think would be a good pair. There's no one I can think of. Really, 71.
Can
y'all think of anybody?
All I can imagine is if she holding hands with a young nigga that she taking his life force away. That's all I'm
gonna have to call my peoples and be like, yo, who's somebody you used to watch on TV that's still alive that you think could be with Tina Knowles?
This niggas from Matlock or whatever.
Yeah, I'm about to say, Grit. What dynasty can y'all thinking of?
One of the kid cowboys from Grit.
Yeah. I gotta go.
He said, I got
to go.
Go.
Bye, Flame Day. Make sure you follow him on all the socials.
All that good stuff, y'all.
It's super late. He's doing a super drippy drip late night drip for y'all.
Yeah.
Committed.
Please skip